My name is Dr. Colt Meyer.
Hi, my name is Caroline Giese.
My name is George Gibson.
This issue is human rights. And human rights are a universal issue.
Buck, and I'm 15.
When is the time to be
My name is Kenneth Brown.
Well, my name is Layla Khalili.
My name is Francis Polly.
We all have the right to practice their voice. My name is discrimination in our city is shameful.
My name is Darren Watson.
I'm Terry
My name
Bird.
is George
What we are hearing over and over is that we are the people who are not worthy of this protection.
We just want to be able to be equal.
My name is Fran Watson, and I am one of hundreds of people who in 2014 went to City Hall to lobby and speak to elected officials about passing the Houston Equal Rights Ordinance and protecting LGBT equality. It's important for me to make my voice heard because if you come down to City Hall and you look, it says that the people are the city. If you look at the Constitution, it says that we are the people. And so as people, we are affected and the community is affected. So it's important to engage those who are elected to serve the people and to speak for the people, to be able to talk to them and let them know what our concerns are.
So that's what we're asking for today with this Equal Rights Ordinance. I want to be able to go out with my wife and not hear somebody say, get out of here, dykes, or get out of here, you know, all of the other words that go with it. The thing is, we're not asking for anything extra. Right now, we have people, we're down here, and folks are getting these types of, we're getting less protections. Houston has so many employment opportunities, so many activities. Christina just named all the great things about Houston. And the thing is, we want to be able to be protected and be able to be lifted up with everyone else so we can be afforded the same opportunities and be able to enjoy the same amenities. And that's all. Thank you. Pass the ordinance. Thank you.
This story, while it is vulnerable, while it is telling a story in a public forum, it would affect not only me, not only the people in that room, but it will affect people in the city. It will affect people that are born yet. So realizing that this is bigger than myself and that one story could make a difference for future generations. And the work that you do lays the groundwork for so many people. There are so many folks that are living in the shadows and that are scared to come out, and they depend on other folks that are able to stand up for them. The work is hard, the work is long, and there are so many issues, and we need as many hands as possible. And if your part is to lend your voice and to lend your story, then by all means, do it.
My name is Brandon Mack, and in 2014, I lobbied the Houston City Council to support the Houston Equal Rights Ordinance, which provided non-discrimination protections for LGBTQ Houstonians. Well, as Mahatma Gandhi says, you have to be the change that you want to see in the world. And that's the only way the change is going to happen, is that people bring their concerns to their local policymakers, to their state policymakers, and to their national policymakers, because that is how change gets made. It isn't just behind closed doors. It is people engaging in the political process. If you look at 287G, if you look at the Civil Rights Movement, if you look at Black Lives Matter, these are all movements that have initiated change because of people making their voices heard. So just like with that, we wanted to make our voices heard, and that did lead to the passage of the Houston Equal Rights Ordinance.
I am speaking to you today in support of the Houston Equal Rights Ordinance. As an African-American, same-gender-loving GLBT man who has lived in the Houston area my entire life, I have encountered discrimination on the basis of my race and sexual orientation. Just because you do not know who I am does not give you the right to deny my ability to be fully who I am wherever I am. Please be on the right side of history and humanity.
I absolutely felt that my voice made a difference. I felt that my voice brought attention to the intersections of race, gender, and sexual orientation. It brought attention to the discriminations that people face every single day, and it also brought a human face to non-discrimination protections. And I feel that the collective voice, but also my own individual voice, led to the Houston City Council members supporting the Houston Equal Rights Ordinance. The number one thing I want to add is that I want to encourage everyone to use their voices and to use the tools of government to be the change that they want to see. Your voice matters, and you have to raise your voice. So if you have the ability to, go down to your local city council, go to the halls of the Texas state government, go to wherever you need to have your voices heard, because you could be the change that leads to societal change here in Houston as well as all over the world.
I'm Ellen Cohn. I'm the City Council member for District C, and I'm also the Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Houston. I think that constituents interacting with their elected official is critical. We have an idea of what people may be thinking about something, but until we hear from them, until they actually make an appointment, come in, sit down with us, that we see their passion, it can just be words on a piece of paper or an email. For me, personal stories definitely help. Otherwise, in many cases, it's the abstract. When somebody sits there and looks at me and tells me what it was like to grow up in a home where there was prejudice, or to be bullied, or to not be taken seriously, or the personal stories really touch you, I believe. And so I think make sure that what you're telling the legislator is the truth. Don't fabricate anything. Don't give statistics that aren't correct. But a face-to-face with a story or stories that are true and heart-rendering. As it affects me, the advice I would give people is to know your facts. Whatever happens, whoever comes in to lobby me or educate me, my question to them is, great, particularly if I feel strongly in favor of what they're talking about. Then my next question will be, what is the other side going to tell me? And if I get an answer like, well, the other side doesn't really have a case, or I don't know what the other side's going to say, it loses a lot of impact for me. I need to know what I'm going to hear the next day when the other side walks in the door, and I want to be prepared.
We will move to a vote on the item. Roll call. There will be a roll call vote.
Okay, Mayor Parker?
Yes.
Mayor Parker votes yes. Councilmember Stardick?
No.
Stardick votes yes. Davis?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Try again.
And Stardick votes no. Davis?
Yes.
Davis votes yes. Cohen?
Proudly yes.
Cohen votes yes. Boykins?
No.
Boykins votes no. Martin?
No.
Martin votes no. Wynn?
Yes.
Wynn votes yes. Pennington?
No.
Pennington votes no. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Gonzalez votes yes. Gallegos?
Yes.
Gallegos votes yes. Laster?
Yes.
Laster votes yes. Green?
Yes.
Green votes yes. Costello?
Yes.
Costello votes yes. Robinson?
Yes.
Robinson votes yes. Kubash?
No.
Kubash votes no. Bradford?
Yes.
Bradford votes yes. And Christie?
No.
Sorry. Christie votes no.
The ordinance passes 11 votes to 6 votes. Appreciate the celebration. I do love this city.
My name is Ann Elder, and I am from Friendswood, Texas. I'm here at the Capitol, trying to be the best mom I can, make sure that he's going to have a happy, healthy life, and be a productive member of society. I need the state of Texas to help me do that. I am here advocating for transgender rights, specifically for my 9-year-old transgender son. This is Benjamin, the love of my life, and he makes me extremely happy. I tell him every night that I absolutely love being his mother, and I'm so grateful that he's in this world.
Hi, I'm Mara Kiesling, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Center for Transgender Equality. Forever, legislatures have operated under the assumption that nobody cared about transgender people, and they didn't have to be taken into account when any kind of laws were being passed. And now that we're gaining visibility, now that we're gaining our rights, there are folks who mistakenly think no one's going to speak up on our behalf when they try to do bad things to us. I've been really fortunate today. I've been going around and doing office visits with a group of parents of transgender children, and to hear their love and their stories, and honestly, in this case, their desperation for these bills not to become law has been really inspiring for me. Right now, there's at least 4 really dangerous bills before the Texas legislature, but just having a handful of people, let alone the 100 or so who are here today, is really powerful and really can make the difference.
I'm Teresa Gonzalez, and I'm from Houston. My daughter is trans, and we're here to make sure that she has all the protections that everyone else has. It affects us on a daily basis. It isn't just some abstract law that they're trying to pass. It's going to affect real people every day.
Today was a much better day than my first lobby day. The first lobby day, it was very obvious that some people were not supportive. And I even had one chief of staff threaten or really kind of bully me. He kept saying that because my kid was transgender, if he went into a bathroom and someone else felt threatened by him being there, and they could shoot him because they would be standing their ground. And I said to the chief of staff, he's 9. And then it finally dawned on me that he was bullying me. What he was telling me was not only was it not okay for my kid to be in a public restroom, but it was not okay for me as his mother to be here lobbying and trying to make sure he exists. And I really did not like that, so I came back.
We went to Representative Gilbert Peña's office, who is the author of the bounty bill, is what I like to call it. It's where they put a bounty on my daughter's head for using the restroom, the girls' restroom. It was a little emotional. I take being a mom pretty seriously, and my job is to raise great citizens. My job is to protect them and make sure that they grow up to be good people. And these bills, they attack my daughter, my family. So that's why I'm here. I have to protect my family, and that's my goal, is to make sure that she has a safe place to grow up, just like anybody's kid. They have to be safe and protected.
My name is Gene Wu. I'm the state representative for House District 137, which is Southwest Houston. I represent parts of Sharpstown, Gulfton, and Alief. One of the things that I've learned in the legislature is you can't know everything. There's a lot of people who know very detailed things on certain topics, and you have a lot of people who know a little bit about everything, but no one can know everything about everything. And people's personal stories really do help, and what they want to know, I think what really helps it hit home for people, especially on certain types of legislation, certain types of policy, is it's important to talk about what this bill means for you as a human being. There's nothing wrong with talking to staff. A lot of times staff has a much bigger influence on legislation, on policy, than even the members have. Depending on the issue, they actually may have a very large influence. And let's say, even if it doesn't change their mind, sometimes it could change the way they feel about it. So you could have someone who might just vote no versus someone who would vote no and be very vocal about it, and then get other people to vote no on it, versus someone who just says, well, I'm not really in favor of it, but I'm not going to go to the trouble of getting other people to vote against it.
The nice thing about the United States and about Texas is people like me get to come and lobby. I think the tide is turning. People are going to come around and start supporting transgender people, and they understand that these are human beings who deserve the same rights and privileges as you, me, anybody else.